Administration. What does that mean? It means a managerial procedure or an arrangement of supervision in the fulfilling of a responsibility or the attaining of a goal. It is also rendered care or oversight. Let's read Genesis 1, 26 through 28. That's Genesis 1, 26 through 28. And that reads, Then God said, Let us make men in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have in subjection the fish of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and the domestic animals, and all the earth, and every creeping animal that is moving on the earth. And God went on to create the man in his image. In God's image he created them. Male and female he created them. Further, God blessed them. And God said to them, Be fruitful and become many. Fill the earth and subdue it, and have in subjection the fish of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and every living creature that is moving on the earth. So our first example of human administration is when Jehovah authorized Adam to care for the earth and have in subjection its creatures. After man's rebellion, particularly from the flood forward, a patriarchal system of administration was established, and it managed family affairs, property, and enforced standards of conduct. As brought out in Exodus, the handling of Israel's national affairs by Moses according to the divine will during the 40-year wilderness trek provides a brilliant example of administration, including the delegation of authority to reliable subordinates. Within the priesthood, the prime responsibility of administration rested on the high priest. However, others were given the responsibility of the oversight and supervision of certain departments of services. At Numbers 3:25 it states, the responsibility of the sons of Gershon in the tent of meeting was to care for the tabernacle and the tent. Upon the establishment of the kingdom of Israel, a more complete system of administration developed. Under King David, the administrative structure was very detailed, with officials directly under the king and with divisional administrators serving throughout the country. Other nations also developed complex systems of administration, as indicated by the classes of officials assembled by King Nebuchadnezzar at the time of inaugurating his golden image. Daniel himself was made ruler over the jurisdictional district of Babylon, and under him civil administration was given to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. In the Christian Greek scriptures, proper use of the delegated authority and responsibility resting upon those charged with overseeing the application and execution of God's express will among his people is often discussed. And this is done by references to stewardship and oversight. Let's read 1 Corinthians 9, 16 through 17. That's 1 Corinthians 9, 16 through 17. And that reads, Now if I am declaring the good news, it is no reason for me to boast, for necessity is laid upon me. Really, woe to me if I do not declare the good news. If I do this willingly, I have a reward. But even if I do it against my will, I still have a stewardship entrusted in me. From this we can see that Paul fulfilled his responsibility as an overseer or a steward by declaring the good news and helping to train others for the ministry. So as we can see from this discussion, responsibility to God is very important, but the interest of those who serve under his administration is also stressed. 1 Peter 4:10 says, To the extent that each one has received a gift, use it in ministering to one another as fine stewards of God's undeserved kindness that is expressed in various ways. So the scriptures from Adam to the first century Christians show that Jehovah has not only established human administration, but he has also blessed it and used it to fulfill his purpose.